Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today where I'm gonna show you how you can get Blender on a Chromebook. For this you're gonna need Linux. How you can get Linux is go by searching terminal. Once you have searched in that, it will go on this. Instead of saying manage, it will be set up, and then it will be installing like something, or it pop up a setting. Okay, so I'm just gonna press manage. This doesn't work on school Chromebooks, but you don't have to press the manage button. What button you have to press is the payment. Now what you have to do is here it's write sudo apt install Blender, and boom. Now you need to say yes, okay, and then no, yes, and then backspace this and say yes, no, yes, and then backspace it and yes. So then now it's gonna install something. Now it's gonna install Blender. It may be in some Chromebooks. If you have really much GB, it won't install that fast. But if you have a really okay. Now as you can see, now it's installing in progress. It takes some of your GB, but in every laptop it would take a really much GB, so that's okay. Let's just wait for the installation. I don't like that word. The other way you can install Blender, and if you don't want to install Blender, then you can just install if you go in your web store, and if your school is not supported for Linux, there's another thing called, if you just write Roblox, and then you just can scroll down 3DCIO, and is 3DCI. Now this is for Chrome OS. It functionally works, but it works good. It's not that good as Blender, but it is really good. Okay, so if you just put that add to Chrome, this also can work on school Chromebooks, and it can also this is for like if your Chromebook's not Linux supported, you can just have this 3DCIO, and you don't have to wait for installing it. Like you just have, it's like so fast, and like and then if you just say launch app, it will now. It just doesn't work that bad. I'm just gonna continue without an account. Well, it is not. This isn't. I mean, it has some things that Blender doesn't have. I mean, you can't put a text. You can't put a texture or these stuff. So that's why it's not that good as Blender, but it is decent in my opinion. So, I mean, I used to use this. But now I don't. But you can't make animations with. It. It's not for the animation thing. And let me just delete that. And other things, if you just search but in Chrome Web Store, you just what did I write? No. Why am I? No. Inkscape editor now. If you just go on apps, now there are a lot of now there are not any like these stuff. If you search your graphics, you won't see any of these stuff. But the one but there are some ones like Inkscape, and there are some like Inkscape. It doesn't look like a lot, but it is a lot. It looks really bad, and sad graphic calculator. Now, so these are all, and the other stuff you can. Well, if you want to, well, let me tell you what you should do. Okay, so in first list we'll put Blender. If you have a Linux, if you have a Linux Chromebook, if your Chromebook supports Linux, Blender would be on top. Okay, if you want, if you have a school Chromebook, or if you have a school Chromebook, 3DCIO. If you have uh, if you have if you have a Chromebook that doesn't support Linux, well, it I would suggest I would suggest 3DCIO. So Blender is pretty good. Now, as you can see, it's installed. It works fine. Like, I mean, it doesn't work the best, but it doesn't. But it just don't spam click on it, or your Chromebook doesn't work properly. If you just scam, like, I mean, yeah. Look Blender. It's not even though that laggy. Like, it's a Chromebook. It would be really laggy. It's not that laggy actually. It works fine. Like, it works fine. Like, it works fine. And you can also, so if now you can also and even though the render image works, even though the render image works. And as you can see, the render image isn't even though that bad. So that's why. So this Blender is not that you can. So, can you get Blender on a Google Chromebook? No. B. Can you get it on a Linux? Can you get it in Ubuntu? Yes. Can you get it in Linux? Yes. Can you get it in Linux supported Chromebooks? Yes. Can you get it in what? Can you get it in school Chromebooks? No. Can you get it non-Linux supported Chromebooks? No. So I hope you like this video. Bye guys.